everybody, this is Rachel with There's a Girl in the Gardens. He loves me. He's not the friendliest, and we just got a new cat, so he's really mad at everybody right now. But that's Damo. Anyway, today I am going to be planting up this little hillside in our backyard. This is the area that I want to transform today. It's behind our shed. We have a lot of scraps and stuff. The shed it's gotta go. But today we're gonna be focusing on this hill. It is a hill, hold on. This is a better angle of it. Basically going to be planting from that hollyhock right there and then fill all this in. Because eventually we would like to do like a raised bed up here. It's a sunny spot and it's nice and flat. A lot of our yard is sloped, but that would be a good spot for a raised bed. Right now we're just gonna focus on this sloped area, and I'll show you what we're gonna plant. Okay, so do not judge these plants by the way that they look right now. We've gotten probably 3 inches of rain in the last few days, and they're just looking pretty overwatered. I don't know, I say this in every video, but I think they'll be fine. They get a lot of drainage on this slope that we're planting them on, so that should help out. Anyway, we have some Proven Winners Diamond Snow Euphorbia. That should get full to part sun, and they get 12 to 18 inches high. Isn't that pretty? But again, they're just really, the leaves are yellowing and they look kind of floppy because they got so much water outside these last few days. So the Euphorbia is an annual in our area. We live in zone 7B, and they are hardy only in zones 10A to 11B. And then we have these wave petunias that I just thought were so pretty at the garden center. They just were really striking. They had a lot of them in hanging baskets, and they're just huge and spilling out. I mean, I think that's going to be so gorgeous. But the tag on this is that. So that's the information that I have about these petunias. They are misty. The lady at the garden center said that they are called wave petunias, and that they get really big, but that's all I know about them. And I do know that they seem to dead hem themselves, so that's pretty good. I plug them off just because I'm OCD about it, but I love them. I can't wait to get them in the ground. I think I just felt a raindrop. So let's get weeding. The way I'm gonna start is by taking this edger and just making a line across to mark the edge of where I want the flower bed to start. Oh, that's a good one. So for the end of my line, I think I'm just gonna come around the back of the butterfly bush, the buddleia, and kind of mulch it. I'll mulch it around the back so I can just kind of, there will be some kind of finishing point. So this is kind of what the line is going to look like from start to finish, and what the finished bed will be. I'm going to start in this corner. This is a disgusting little hollyhock that we planted last year. We planted 4 of them, and they immediately got covered in rust, and it was these orange pustules on the back of the leaves. They just look disgusting. So we moved all 4 of them back behind me, away from everything else that we had planted, and only this one survived, so I'm leaving it because I love hollyhocks. I think they're so pretty. So it's still here. I already picked off a few of the leaves with rust. I don't know. I gotta either get on top of it or just remove it. Anyway, oh look! A piece of that white pot that's all over the yard, up here in the back, instead of down close to the house. Alright. For now, I'm just throwing everything down in the little, what used to be an old carport, because we have to sweep that up anyway. It's full of weeds that I've been pulling, and leaves and debris and stuff like that. So what I'm just trying to do is remove any bit of root that goes along with the weed, because they will grow back just from any little scrap of root. But once I'm all done and I put mulch on top of it, that's gonna suppress the light from getting to the weeds, so they won't grow back as quickly. If I miss little bits here and there, I'm not too worried about it. I can just pull that much easier when after it's mulched, and if they grow back then, it's a lot easier to get it out at that point. So we're on the last little bit of weeding. It's pretty much done. Getting exciting. I think we've pulled out like 25 different kinds of weeds. The roots are crazy. And we're just flinging everything down there to clean up later. But I'm just really excited to plant, so I want to get to that. Oh, hey, earthworm.
Here comes a visitor.
Oh, hey, Whisker. That's our new cat, Whisker Pop, who's caused all the disruption in the house with his big brother. And we found all these rocks in here, which are probably doing something to keep this from just eroding down and washing into the carport area, or the old carport. Nobody parks here. Hopefully the plants will act as its own kind of erosion control when their roots spread out and stuff like that. So now the fun part, let's plant. There's six petunias in each of these containers. So I have 18 total. Oh, look at this one. It's striped. Some of them are striped. That's so cute. So these petunias are ready to be planted. Look at those roots. They look so healthy. Again, I think the yellow leaves are just too much water. So I'll just set her like that and then go around and space out these other guys. Okay, so everything is lying on its side where I think I want to plant it. I'm just imagining, just given on how big these petunias got. I mean, look at that. I hope that they fill in pretty dramatically and will take over this whole space. I forgot. So they're all planted, and now I'm just going to really gently water them in and hope that all the dirt doesn't wash away, and then I'll mulch it pretty thickly. Now that they're watered in, I'm just going to go down and check from here if anything has all the dirt washed away from its root ball, and just kind of tuck some of the wet soil around it and tamp it down pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mulch. I don't know why I took my glove off. All right, we are all done with that area. I think it looks pretty good. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really love gardening and just figuring out what to put where to make it pretty. Our yard is full of weeds, but that's something that we're handling one little bit at a time. I'm not ready to do grass yet, so I'm just focusing on pretty flowers and pretty soon maybe some herbs and vegetables. We'll see. I really appreciate you guys spending time with me and watching any of my videos. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel, and I will keep you updated with the way that the garden goes throughout the year. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.